He's got the 275, mirror.
Yeah, that's gonna be clips for sure.
He goes in trouble in episode 1.
Honestly.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome to the Car Guy Algorithm. I'm Doug of Nightfall.Drives.
And I'm Joe of Jay's Driveway.
And this is going to be a series all about giving you YouTube recommendations for car automotive videos, just to help you find new stuff. There's so much out there,
There really is.
And the algorithm, if you're relying on just what comes up on your screen, you're never quite sure what you're going to get. And
Yeah.
so we thought we'd give some ideas what we've been enjoying.
Yeah.
And go through some categories in each episode.
Yeah.
And today, those categories are going to be adventures and road trips, car reviews, and also restorations or maintenance type videos.
Yeah.
Just to get us started. And we mean the Car Guy algorithm in the broadest sense. Anyone who's interested in automotive content, get involved. Use the comment section to tell us your ideas.
Yep.
And give us ideas for new categories later on, things like that. So feel free.
For sure. And I mean, another point I wanted to add on to this is a series that basically is going to add quite a bit more to those people that are like us, car enthusiasts with different backgrounds altogether. I mean, we'll touch on the backdrop between my channel and your channel, but it's definitely something we would like your input too. And also, we 100% welcome criticism. This is new for both of us. Just as I always say, or I've always said on my channel, be respectful with it. And whatever you do want to see, just say. Be brave. Let us know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. And anything goes really with the types of videos. So small channels, large channels, whatever. But things we're trying to pick out things that maybe have been overlooked and help out the smaller ones if we can. But
and content that we genuinely do like and watch all the time, which is how this has actually started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
with that in mind, mate, just before we get going with the categories this time, do you want to just give a little bit of background on yourself and your channel?
Yes. Break the ice. So, I'm Joseph. My channel is called Jay's Driveway. It started off, I'll give you the short summarized version. It started off with my Honda Civic Type R FN2. I loved that thing. I daily drove it. I did thousands of miles in it. And then I decided I wanted to get more of the potential outfit. And you followed my journey on with that. I ended up meeting a load of enthusiasts on that journey. It's still a journey I'm on today, but there is a little bit of a pause in that. So if you do go on my channel and you see there hasn't been content on there, that's for a very valid reason, which will come out in the future, I'm sure. But yeah, my flavor in cars ranges. It's not just hot hatches. I have loads that I dream about in my mind's eye while I'm in meetings and calls, just like everyone else. Or my Auto Trader favorites list or eBay watch list. Facebook Marketplace cannot be missed. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's it. That's.
Well, thanks very much. I've seen. Yeah, you sent me a few Auto Trader links. So I know you always daydreaming about this sort of stuff. But we're going to do at the end after the categories a little bit of more of a general chat about us. But just briefly, my channel Nightfall.Drives. I started it after I got my Lotus Evora and took it to JM to film it. He was a big part of the reason why I got the Evora in the first place.
Lovely car.
And thanks. Still in the garage, unfortunately, today. Birds and stories. And then, JM, as I say, filmed it, and then that gave me the inspiration to give this a go. And I ended up doing what I call the owner stories, where I go out with an owner of an interesting car, record the drive, just have a chat, and all sorts of interesting cars so far. So it's been good fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, shall we get into it then?
Definitely.
Do you want to start, or shall I? Maybe
I'll let you start.
Oh, I'll start. Okay.
Let you start.
So, category 1: adventures and road trips.
Yeah.
I love this kind of thing. It's loads of channels out there doing it, big continental trips, whatever. I've chosen two. The first one being one of the supercar driver films. So
I love that channel.
I wanted to start strongly. So Supercar Driver, they're a club which you can join if you, we can get to the rights or wrongs of this, but you can join the club if you've got a car on the list of supercars that they accept. But that aside, the videos are really lovely, really, really well shot. And this one, the Tartan Florio video, it's in an area that I've visited a few times. I really love it. It's the Cairngorms in Scotland. They've done a tour based around that area and then finishing in Edinburgh with the castle.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been to Scotland, it's an amazing place for driving. And this kind of video just gives you inspiration, I think, to go and do that kind of trip, or it's on your own or in a group. So I'm going to have some clips on the screen, the imaginary screen here, as we go through the videos.
Take pause.
But without giving too much away, so we're going to try not to do any spoilers for you with the videos. And we're going to put links to all the videos in the description, so you can easily find them or tag them in. And also chapters, so you can skip ahead if you're not interested in the category or whatever. Use the chapters in this video to help find your way around.
For sure.
So yeah, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I mean, I have a fair few that I have watched over the time. I must admit, I'm not like Doug when it comes to the road trips. The main road trips I've ever really done in my car journey has been basically a Peak District, which is by the way, extremely fantastic. Yeah, you think you've seen the UK until you've been to the Peak District is the way I put it, right? Especially in the car. But the road trip video that I watched recently, which is actually a bit in the archives for this channel in particular, is Harry's Garage, or Garage, however you want to say it, where he had a MSO McLaren SLR.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
I've always loved the SLR since way back when I first saw it on Top Gear. And I think it was when they did that race to, from London to Oslo?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the car versus the public transport, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, that video, I think I just found it so picturesque. I mean, his channel in general is amazing. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but the McLaren in itself, it always starts with the car for me. Also what the person in the car feels about the car on the journey itself and the roads itself. The problems that he had on the way, or even just the way the car itself was bettered, because it's an MSO one, so it was upgraded by McLaren later on in its life.
I never knew that it would have that later like refresh.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like from what I can, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, by the way, I don't own a McLaren SLR, so you know, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. But it was I think it was a customer car, or it was previously a customer car, and then it went to McLaren for basically the upgrades in itself. It's not like a general thing that they did for all of them. I think you had to opt in for it, and it was extra money for it. It was quite a lot of money, as you would imagine, with a car of that category. But yeah, I remember
Is it the
watching
one that's kind of a bluey green?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, yeah, it's ringing a bell now.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I only stumbled on Harry's channel quite late on in its inception, if that makes sense. So I've been spamming the old school playlists a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is one of my favourite pastimes, is to the big channels. If you go back, if you do, you can very easily go on the subscription page and do oldest to newest.
Yeah.
If you do that, some of the big channels, if you look at their first few videos, it's quite
honestly
eye-opening with
yeah.
the way they start and where they are now is,
Precisely.
really interesting.
And another thing as well with the bigger channels, especially those that own multiple cars. I know we're relatively speaking, we're quite small channels. I know my channel is definitely smaller than yours, but please, playlists go a long, long way for people like me and you, where I like to. So, for example, there's another channel which eventually it will come out, because I watch this person's channel all the time. Has loads of cars, but they actually, there's other people that have gotten their cars, the videos that they've done on specific cars, made them into playlists, and I just watch them. I will literally sit there in the evening when I have the time and watch them back to back. And I'll even like make sure I go right back to the final second that I watched before I went to bed, carry it on from there, and then carry on sort of thing. So it goes along
So if you use playlists and this new series, you're set for YouTube, aren't you?
Exactly. We'll be your guide. So if you have any recommendations, I will 100% check it out, add it to my watch later list, which I use religiously.
So just to finish on your video then, did we say where it was, the road trip?
Yes. So you took it to the Lake District, which is another place on my list of interests to take a very good car. When I say a very good car, I'm not talking about a fancy, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter where. It's something I find very enjoying to drive and engage in.
The interesting car that means something to you.
Exactly. Which is always the case for any enthusiast out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that leads me on nicely to my second video for the adventure category. I found one which it's had less than 300 views, but I think it's deserving of a lot more than that.
Yeah.
It's an hour, which might be the problem. But it's really good. So I've recently bought a Porsche Boxster.
Lovely car.
Spoiler alert! I'm going to have a video on that coming out, but
Yeah.
which means I own a Lotus and a Porsche, which is probably a bit unusual. And lucky, and I'm very fortunate to have that. But
For sure.
it's a bit of it. I think it can be a part of the car world where there can be a bit of us and them, or two sides of two different teams almost, or a bit of tension. So I'm hoping I can maybe sort of work to bridge the gap with Lotus and Porsche, and there's a lot in common with those brands, and this video links into that. So there's a guy with a Lotus Elise called Iowan Flower, and he's taken his Elise 220, Cut 220, on a road trip to Germany, and ending up at the Porsche Museum, and it's essentially the whole story of a trip with his partner. Going across the channel. I love these types of trips. Done quite a few in recent years in the Evora, which is great for those sort of things.
Yeah.
But he's taken it a step further, doing it in an Elise.
Yeah.
And it's just really nicely filmed. He's done a story with it as well, in the sense of he's not just pop cameras on his car and filmed driving. He's done little bits to camera to explain the trip and what's going on, and where they're staying, the roads, and good camera work as well. And as I say, I think it's on 280 views or something at the moment, which
I'm definitely going to add to that. I'll need you to send that to me as well.
Oh,
I want to watch it.
And he's put chapters in, so which helps with, because also the Porsche Museum they visit, I actually skipped by that, I have to admit, because I'm thinking of maybe going there next year, so I didn't want to see that bit. So I just thought I'm enjoying the road trip story and stuff. I'll just skip past the chapter following the Porsche. So really impressive video. Check out Iowan Flowers' channel.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And that's the kind of thing I thought with those types of drives that my first video was about a drive as a group, which is great fun, but also these solo continental trips, or up to Scotland or whatever. For sure.
Literally, you and your partner on the road. I mean, it's quite adventurous, for sure.
Yeah, and it's good inspiration to plan in like your next trip.
For sure, for sure.
So your next one?
Yeah, my second one is going to be a little bit left wing. This is a channel that I'll mention a lot. Not that he needs the extra viewership, but I think I appreciate this person's channel more for the things that most people don't see rather than what they do, which might, I'm not trying to trigger anyone and say, oh yeah, you don't care about this video as much as I do, or whatever, but pays what it is. So there's a content creator out there called Adam LZ, or LZ as we would say it. Now, he has a range of different cars. He's mainly known for drifting, at least in most people's eyes, but he has a range of cars that are a lot more to my sort of taste. Honda, right? Japanese, right? But he did a road trip in one of his most recent, not the recent one, and a 992 GT3 manual. Now, obviously, this video ends up being quite bad in the end. I won't mention why, but most people who know Adam LZ will know what I'm mentioning. This is purple car. But they do a road trip, him and his other Porsche friends, in a place called Chase the Dragon. I don't know where it is in the UK, in the US, sorry. I don't know, but the roads look fantastic.
Is it
even
Chase the Dragon or?
Chase the Dragon? What did I call it?
I think you called it Chase.
I'm pretty sure it's called it.
Could it be?
Oh, the Tail of the Dragon. Tail of the Dragon.
Yeah. Someone's going to say Chase the Dragon. It's some other like euphemism or something.
Yeah, that's gonna be clips for sure. But no,
It goes in trouble in episode 1.
honestly, sorry, I apologize.
The Tail of the Dragon.
Tail of the Dragon.
It's quite a famous strip of very twisty mountain road.
Yes.
Is it Colorado or Tennessee or something around?
I'm honestly
something
not
like
sure.
that.
I couldn't tell you. But the reason why I love this video is you take a modern driver's car, which is very rare to find these days, in manual spec, which is my favorite. He's very good at bringing to life something that might seem a dream, but how realistic it is to drive without it being too gimmicky. And I'm not trying to offend anyone. Everyone has their own imitation or interpretation of what they find gimmicky, but he's not, and he's just driving, and the sound of the car, the feel of the car, even just the looks of it. He has his own little sense of humor in there as well, which is always fun. And to me, that's the first time I've watched a US car video where I'm there and I'm like, I think I want to drive that road. Again, I guess it goes back to the ethos as who I am. When it comes to modifying cars or building cars or what I like in cars, handling is always first. Handling, feel is first before we then talk about power, which again sounds really controversial because I know LCE is known for building really like high-powered big turbo cars sort of thing. But honestly, it's such a good video.
Check it out.
It's actually such a good video. And he's literally vlogging it. There's no extra music in the background. There's no, like, that has its place. But sometimes you just need the raw experience needs to come across in the video, and he did that quite well.
Nice, yeah. And you've got me with handling as well. That's my priority as well.
Quite literally, it really is. I can talk about that. I could talk about that like for a whole other podcast or a whole other day. But yeah.
Nice, yeah. So on to the next category then.
Yeah.
Car reviews.
Yes.
Straightforward.
Yes.
So my first one here, I've recently discovered this guy, and we've talked before about we're not particularly that interested in newer cars.
No, not really.
It depends
Very few.
Depends what it is.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is a common thing with the way the car market's going, and it is a very strange time for the industry and whatever. But
Very true.
and this channel seems to do entirely like new reviews, new car reviews. But it's done in such a way that it's very entertaining. So this is Nightfall.Drives in English.
Oh, okay.
So he's a Polish guy,
Yeah.
but has a Polish channel and an English channel. The English channel, the one I've picked out is on the Microlino.
Yeah.
So you heard of the Microlino?
No.
So you know the BMW Isetta, or the bubble car?
Yeah, I remember that.
This is now a modern interpretation of that, but it's electric.
Interesting.
So it's got the door at the front that
Yeah.
comes out like this. And
Okay.
I can't remember the range of it, something like 100 miles. Or,
Kind of like a Honda E.
yeah. That's a bit generous.
Yeah.
The guy, just to give an example of why I think this guy's quite interesting to watch, he starts the video arriving on a little electric scooter.
Yeah.
And turns up to the car on that, and I find it's quite a nice way. Even if you're not that interested in new cars,
Yeah.
it's quite an entertaining way to find out a bit about him. And he's done some interesting ones like this thing. So this thing, if you turn up anywhere in a car meet in a Microlino, I think people will be talking to you.
Yeah.
It's a curious thing.
True. Very true. I mean, you will definitely stand out. And that's not me saying it as if I'm dissing them. No, as in you like what you like, not because what should be generally liked by the public. So, which is always a good way to be.
Yeah. And actually, the way that they film this, I think I suspect it's his partner helping him film, which my partner helps with my videos sometimes, and it adds a bit, nice.
It adds an extra layer to it, definitely. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And yeah, some great shots in there. So yeah, check him out, Merrick.
I'm gonna click on the links on these videos as well, because there's this one and the road trip one so far, definitely on my watch later list. My first one for car reviews is a channel called Cars with Miles. Now again, it's an American channel. Car reviews across the pond, from me, they're usually more missed than they are hit. But with someone like him, he is very charismatic, but in the most natural way. I.e., the introductions to his videos, even sometimes his thumbnails or titles, he already tells you about the car without giving too much away, but also in a way that you want to actually watch it. Another thing, which is very important, is not just saying what everyone else says, but not in the way just to kind of be controversial about it. For example, he did a review, not that I'm big on these cars, but this is just like an example of the Aston Martin DBX. Is this a 707 or the new one that they did? Now, normally everyone would tell you that, like, oh, out of these big SUVs, the Urus is the one to go for and everything like that. But he literally gives very specific reasons as to why he feels like that's better. But also on roads that, again, are twisty. Again, it's realistic things that you may or may not like. And most importantly, I think for me, is I can actually sit there and watch his old videos. Another thing as well is he goes back in time and I say goes back in time, he reviews older cars too. So he loves the E92 and 3, he has one himself. And he recently reviewed the E92 and 3 C something. I need to actually find out the name.
CSL?
No, not the CSL. They did a specific version of it. Hold on, sorry, 1 second. This didn't even need to be edited because I need to get this right. Yeah. And I didn't even know it existed until he said it. And I was like, what is that? There's only 67 examples of it. And it's called the CRT, which is basically you get extra carbon trims with it. Real special Recaro bucket seats. It's lighter, but it also has a 4.4 litre V8 in it that you would find in the GTS of that era.
I've never heard of this CRT.
That's what I'm saying. And it's the four-door saloon one. It's the E90, yeah.
I think actually that is probably better looking than the coupe.
So, yeah.
They're both nice. But
Yeah, exactly. You know, I love the coupe. I also find the E90... Sorry, we're going off topic. But I also find the E90 just so elegant looking, and I love the fact that it's quite literally a brute in a suit, which I know has been a topic on another podcast, which most people may have watched. But I mean,
future category.
Future category. We go into that. I've got a lot more time on that one. But yeah, very great channel, very underrated. He does his own thing in his own way with the own cars that he likes. And it's honestly refreshing to watch, especially a Brit saying that about a US car reviewer. It's very rare. So,
nice.
Yeah.
And just to finish on you mentioned the American videos. I think they can be hamstrung by the fact that the roads are quite often straight and grids, and
That's exactly it.
Even on channels like Jay Leno's channel, goes out for a drive in this thing that's just traffic light, and I think they're hamstrung a bit by the fact that you have to seek out these,
Quite literally.
Depends where you live, in it, obviously. But but that sounds really good.
It is really good. And he's a McLaren fan.
Oh, great.
I love McLaren, so
yeah, we'll get to that.
Exactly.
So my second car review is by a guy called Sean Hudspeth, who is a Ferrari GT World Championship racing driver. Ooh. And I've stumbled across these videos where he I think he broke his ankle or something, so he couldn't race.
Oh, okay.
And he ended up doing a series of a number of different Ferrari models. And I just found the way he did it really nice. It's quite an interesting take from a racing driver on these older cars, all the way back to the 328.
Yeah.
So I think it's like the 328 to the 458 or the F12, kind of that era. And they were just nice to watch, and based in Singapore.
Awesome.
So there's a bit of a exotic backdrop to it, and Matthias. So now he does seem to be doing mainly racing content now, but he does the occasional kind of road car stuff, and these are like reviews of those older Ferraris, and then he does do some really classic stuff. I found one on a Ferrari 275 he's driving in London.
Lovely.
Which is more of just a point of view driving around London, which it's just a special car. But these kind of, I think they're about 3 years old. The example I have here is the 348. And I think they're worth a look.
Awesome. I'll definitely watch that as well. Speaking of which, I saw a 275 the other day, which is very rare on the road, navy, and they drove past me. Do you know whose it is around here?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? I saw it. I was like, "There's no way I just saw that went past me."
Yeah. Okay, this is off-piste, but it's another video recommendation in a way.
Yeah.
And local to me, there's a guy with a great collection of. He's got the 275, a Miura, an F50.
What?
And a Lancia Stratos replica.
Okay.
And this guy did a video with Johnny Smith on the Late Break Show.
Okay.
So
that's another channel which
I'll put a link to that particular video, and I've been fortunate enough to see the F50 going by a couple of times, and it just sounds incredible. And so where else do you see the 275?
In my city,
Yeah.
I literally was just coming back from the fuel station, and I saw it from far. I thought it was an E-Type from far. At first I was like, oh, that's nice. Then it came closer and I saw like the headlights and I saw the badge. And when I saw it go, but when I heard it go past and then I looked in the ring mirrors, I saw like the full exhaust. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, hold on, that's a 275. And I knew it was a 275 instead of the 250 because of the way the headlights are. It's slightly different. The 250 it kind of like has round lights that just kind of face there, whereas the 275 has like it's been described as being cross-eyed.
Are they're kind of like E-type, like enclosed lights, but is it the angle of them is slightly...
The angle of them is more inward than it is. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I think so. Yeah. That's cool. You saw it as well.
Yeah. Honestly,
he does. And this guy does bring them to some of the local car meets.
Yeah.
And things. So I'll let you know in the next one.
Definitely, definitely. I just love to like look at it and pick you on this brain, really.
Yeah. So shall we start the restoration and maintenance category?
Yes.
My first one here is another little dream, GT40 Ford. Obviously, the Ford versus Ferrari film was recently as well, reignited the interest in these. This is a guy called Ratchet Rebuilds.
Oh, okay.
And I discovered this channel. I can't quite remember the sequence of events, but I think I discovered this channel where he was restoring a GT40, not continuation, but evocation or something.
Yeah.
There's different words for different types of GT40s, but it's essentially a replica, but a very good one. Mm-hmm. And he was restoring this, repainting it and everything. Yeah. The video I've got on here as well, he's doing a dyno run. Yeah. As well, so GT40 on a dyno, it's, if that doesn't sell you a video.
Yeah, the sound of those cars is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think I found his channel and then saw the car was on, it was a prize on one of these competition websites.
Yeah.
So I obviously entered and watched the live drawing, didn't win, but so I don't know where it is now, but it's a really nice series about the build and also the scope of the project becoming much bigger over time, which tends to happen. He's doing more and more to the car and respraying it, and obviously one of these guys that likes to do the work and then use it a little bit, but then start the next thing. And he's now started a Gullwing Mercedes conversion, which weirdly the SLK, the original SLK, I think the wheelbase is identical to a Gullwing SL Mercedes. The 50s.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he's literally taking an SLK apart and putting the body of a Gullwing classic Mercedes on top of it.
That's quite smart.
Which is quite an interesting build watch as well.
Yeah. My one? Right. So my first one is a channel which you will hear me say a lot. Everyone in the or almost everyone in the Honda community should know about this channel, which is Danny DC2. Now, this channel isn't just specific to maintenance. Super talented racing driver, road trips, track days, all of that stuff. But the videos I find really quite interesting, and sometimes he does hour-long versions of his videos, which, by the way, bring back. I actually do love a long, detailed video.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you trim the fat. As content creators, we know how that works. But for me, especially if you chapter it, it makes it easier for people's attention span. Anyway, he does maintenance videos on the cars that he owns. I won't mention all of them because I'm not trying to do any kind of spoiler alerts. But his Integra DC2 Type R, he's recently reviving, which is fantastic. It's got a K24 engine in it, which used to be in that car. Then he had a racing Civic with racing Civic EG, which had a K24 in it, and that blew up. Cadwell, correct me if I'm wrong,
right.
or Alton Park. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Cadwell. Cadwell's the one they call the mini Nurburgring.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a great
Cadwell.
place.
Yeah. I really want to do a track day there one day. And then he had to take the engine out of that and bring it back. It hasn't been on the road for a long time, so there's that. He also has an M3, which again is quite well known on his channel. These are cars he's owned for a while, and he does maintenance on it. He talks about rust. There's so many, he's done hundreds of videos, like loads of videos on different cars over the time that he's raced. And his maintenance is a lot closer to home for me because he just teaches himself, if that makes sense. Like if there's stuff that he doesn't know, then he'll teach himself. And then he'll talk about it. He'll go over his challenges. He actually builds quite a nice community as he's building his thing. So he has like a Discord channel and things like that. And yeah, I just find his videos really nice. And he's quite funny too, which again, I love humor. So yeah, especially natural humor. So yeah.
So if you capture some just stuff that happens, that's the funniest thing, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's like a few of the videos we've recommended are really long form, like hour-long stuff, which if they put the chapters in, it's great as well.
Yeah.
It's out there for free on YouTube, and
quite literally, it's for free. I mean, I love those sort of videos. I can get immersed in them, lost in them. My partner always says to me, like, you're always on YouTube. I'm like, quite literally, there's apart from maybe sometimes where there's a series on Netflix, I am forever on YouTube. I literally am. You know, it's content that literally hits home, especially when you're a car guy. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My next and final recommendation, unless we go off piste again, full transparency. This is a friend of mine, Rowan, who runs the channel RC Classic Garage.
Okay.
And he's putting out a lot of videos. He's done all by himself. He's got a lovely classic collection.
Yeah.
In particular, the one I'm sharing today is on his barn find Alfa Romeo GTV 1750.
That's awesome.
And that was in what appeared to be quite good condition, but it had been there for 40 years or something. Yeah. And it had been sheltered in this barn. They dragged it out, and again, we mentioned before about the scope creep. He's finding things in that car that, he's having to cut back a lot of the sill, the bodywork, and get the things fabricated.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, but he's doing a great series, like documenting all the work, and he's a lovely guy, and I just find him quite relaxing but interesting to watch.
Awesome.
And also relieved that I'm not having that extended work done on my cars.
But wait, Doug, I'm telling you, there is a lot of satisfaction in having the image of the potential car, a car you have with a lot of potential, and getting it there. It comes with its cons. There's a part of it where you're like, I've now spent all of this money, and because you've built it, sometimes, and this hits close to home, sometimes you take it for granted for where it is now, and maybe it takes for someone else to drive it, dare I say, own it, and then you're like, It's great. But the journey that he is on is 100% worth it. People outside would be like, wasting money, da-da-da-da-da. But for us, it's like, well, look, this is feeding my soul.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and he seems to be enjoying the process and the journey. And then I think his problem is he doesn't sell cars. He just he imports cars, and his collection's getting bigger.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem. I think he did sell. He had a Ferrari 360 Spider, which he did sell.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on his growing collection. But yeah. He uses cars as well. He goes out and about, and
which is good.
Yeah, goes to
Really
shows,
good.
goes to Goodwood and stuff like that. So.
Really good. As and when I have a car collection as well, I hope I never need to sell a car again. It's not an easy thing to do. You have to really make sure you're making the right decision at the right time too, which is very important. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to follow that journey too. Yeah.
So and your final pick?
So before I say my final pick, I imagine this will be a category that comes up again.
Yeah.
But I must say, in and around my civic community, I've come across quite a few channels where they're very similar to mine, especially we speak about maintenance or we speak about rejuvenation, especially the how-to videos. They are the unsung heroes. The amount of times I've gone into, for example, when I had the Civic and I used to go in YouTube, how to change the folding mirror sensor on a wing cap, and it'll be a little channel, maybe like 2 or 3 subscribers, but that video's got 10,000 views because everyone's doing exactly the same thing as me. All of you, I shout out to you. But the one I will say that I like watching, right, which is quite random because I don't have a Mercedes, right, is a car channel called SPR Autos. So I found out about them through another channel that I watched called High Peak Autos, which is like a second-hand car dealer. If you guys don't know who that is, very much worth the watch. But these SPR Autos are literally a garage in, I want to say in and around Manchester area, so they're up north. And the owner is, he's very monotone, which is like a running joke between like the people that subscribe to him. But he's actually he's so straightforward. You speak about transparency, he's very transparent. Like he will literally, he will talk about problems in Mercedes cars that maybe you're thinking about getting, but you didn't know maybe the unreliability of it. Also the difference between modern cars and older cars, like the build quality and parts and how much it costs, and even like battles he's had with Mercedes, because he's an independent specialist. I love content like that. I can literally just sit there and watch it. Even if he was just sitting there talking about it, it might seem boring to him. But honestly, he's doing a service for people that are maybe thinking about getting a Mercedes, for example. And I'd love to own like an old school C63 AMG of that time. Not because it's like a handlerless car or anything like that, but just that engine alone. And also the way they look and they sound.
Yeah, very special. Sort of, it's not going to be repeated again, is it? And,
no, not the way we're heading. I mean, we had an EC63 as a 2 litre. I'm sorry, I had to, I absolutely had to. But no,
but I like these channels where it's also, it sounds like he's running a business. Which
he is.
And doing YouTube. And those guys,
it's not easy.
You're trying to integrate all that together. It's not easy.
It's a lot. Running a business takes a lot of your time. It takes 80% of your time. So then to now do content in and around that time, get it edited and bring it out. And as far as I know, he is the one that edits them and brings them out too.
Really? Yeah.
Which is...
That's crazy. That's
I mean...
I do enjoy the editing process.
Same.
And my channel has remained a hobby rather than a business. And, if you're able to... It's quite time consuming. So
massively.
A lot of people get editors in, don't they, too?
Yeah? Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember doing a video a while ago when I was having my engine built. That video took me a day and hours to edit. It didn't feel like it at the time, but I literally did half a day, then turned my brain off, half a day, and then it was ready. And that's time of cutting and snipping, making sure you've got certain timers right, spell checking, which sometimes I still fail at, things like that. It's a lot. So for someone to do that, especially run a garage as well, and the work that he does to the quality that he does, he's very transparent, even on pricing. Like they will occasionally get project cars in. I remember they had a C63 that they bought, which had a failed engine in it or something like that a while ago. And he literally went down to the coin, to the single coin of how much it costs, including labor hours, which I think he roughly added up because it's their hours that they're spending. And doing that. So yeah, I love content like that. And that channel I highly recommend, even if you're not a Mercedes fan, just to watch how it works.
Yeah.
It's
Nice,
good.
yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, thanks, Joe. I think that's all the recommendations for today. But if you're interested, we're going to do a bit of a general chat, a bit of a Q&A. If you watched this far and you want to know a bit more about our channels or us, then
For sure.
we thought we'd do it this way around though, so you get the recommendations early on in the video, and then you can go about your day, or you can hang around and listen to some more nonsense from us if you want. So.
That's so true. We could talk about this for hours. So yeah.
So let's start with a bit of a quick Q&A. What's your car history highlights?
Car history highlights is the only real main highlight I can say now is the one that actually birthed my channel, which was my Civic Type R. It started off as FN2 Civic Type R with a 2-litre K20 engine, K20 Z4 engine to be specific. To then I started off with suspension mods, bushes, maintenance, naturally speaking a lot about maintenance before mods, all the time. My ethos, you've got no car, if you don't spend the money on mods and your car needs oil, for example, right? But also the little things that brings a car to life. And then I thought, I sat back one day and I was like, wait, I want to build the ultimate FN2 Type R in my eyes, because that car isn't really loved when you think about the Type Rs of the generation, which is actually quite crazy. And the reason why I say that is because it's such a capable car. It is it has so much potential. Anyway, let me not go off on this tangent. So it started off as that, these lowering sprints, coilovers, bushes, the spacers, all that stuff, big brakes. And then I was like, right, let me kind of take it a little bit further to the moon. And instead of me boosting, I'm also a NA enthusiast. I really like cars that just deliver power from its engine. Forced induction is fantastic. I've been in some cars, especially FN2s with forced induction, and they're very impressive. It's not my story. So I went from the K20 to then building a K24 Frank. And what that is you take the 2.4 litre engine for a K24 A3, the bottom block, and you take the freer flowing head of the K20, make them together with some fabrication. The Genius is a Honda HQ built it. It's all on my channel. It's all documented. It's all in a playlist. And it went from making just over 200 horsepower to 283 horsepower and over 200 foot-pounds of torque. And I wish you experienced that car. I wish you'd experienced that car beforehand, because the person that owns it now, basically is a subscriber of mine, from what I understand. And I spoke to him on the phone and he was praising it. And from what I understand, he's going to be using it for track days, which is what I did a couple of track days in. Super reliable, super fun, very robust. And that would be the highlight of my, I'd honestly say that's the highlight of my journey.
The main thing I've taken from that, or the main shock as part of that, is that power figure for a 2-litre naturally aspirated.
It was 2.4 litres now.
2.4.
It's 2.4 now,
Okay.
But still, yes.
It's impressive power.
Damn near 300 horsepower.
And you retain the character of...
And especially the fact that you still have VTEC. The power and the torque figures start literally right from the beginning of the rev range. And it just carries. So,
nice.
Very impressive.
Well, what a highlight if a car history that's discounting anything around that, but that's a great example.
What about yours?
Car history is probably quite a bit longer than yours, just because of the amount of grey hairs that are appearing here.
I've got grey hairs too. You're good, honestly.
But just in a nutshell, only the interesting ones. Started with a 954cc Peugeot 205, 205 Junior.
I do love the 205 Junior, to be fair.
Yeah, special edition that is just designed to embarrass a teenage boy. A name like that. Second car was a big step on in my mind. I had a Corsa GSI, which was 1995.
So that's the Corsa B?
Yeah.
Or do they call it as a Corsa A? Because apparently the Nova was supposed to be the Corsa A. and
It was the
Corsa.
first Corsa that in the UK
Yeah.
they called a Corsa. They're
Yeah.
quite rounded.
Yeah, I really wanted one of those. I really wanted one of those.
It was sort of, it was a hot hatch, but the way it performed wasn't really, you know,
For its time.
For its time, it was not bad, and I can't remember the power or performance or anything, but it was 1.6, and it was the turquoisey colour. I think a lot of them were that turquoise colour.
Yeah, the green.
Yeah, and that's where I started. I did alloys and stupid things like changing the dash to blue lighting, and you know, just things that you do at that age.
Yeah.
And then weirdly, because my dad was in the motor industry and did servicing and whatever, had a garage for a bit. He's always in the car world.
Yeah.
And where we lived at the time, they had a couple of outbuildings. It was the middle of nowhere in the fens, but quite a bit of space for things.
Yeah.
And one day I was just going in around the barn looking for something,
Yeah.
and he had this car under a cover, and what's under there? Where's this come from? It turned out it was a 1979 Ford Capri in beige.
Oh.
With a 4-speed manual,
Okay.
1.6. So it's like the worst spec Capri you could possibly imagine.
A 1.6 in the car that big as well.
Yeah, it was slow. It was the wrong colour, but it was absolutely pristine condition. I can't remember the story now of how he found it, but it was rust treated from new.
Oh, awesome.
So it was really nice bodywork, and I thought to myself, well, I'm going to have to try and convince him to let me use this, buy it off him. And I did. My time as a student, for a couple of years, I was using this beige Ford Capri to go back and forward from university. And it was great. It was, to this day, I still say the best ever manual gearbox I've ever used.
Really?
Better than the MX-5s I've had, which I'll get onto in a second. Amazing gearbox, just 4-speed, but the feel of it is so precise and lovely.
Yeah.
And then you had the power bulge on the bonnet.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I quite liked
That
the
long
power
bonnet.
bulge. It was just American muscle car sort of feel in my head, at least at the time.
Well, it looks like a muscle car, to be fair.
Yeah. And then I sold it just before the Ford started going crazy, you know, and sold it for about 500 quid. And this was it was a genuine, quite low mileage, really lovely condition one, and that's one of my car regrets.
Yeah. Because you said 500 quid, my head went, I don't want to bring up all a trainer for him. What are you paying class to classic?
Don't tell me what it's worth now.
No.
At least some consolation is it was beige and a 1.6, so it can't be worth that much. But.
Yeah, lean on that for your comfort. You're good, yeah.
And then from there, I had a few boring cars along the side, but I ended up quite soon after that getting into the MX-5 world. So I had NA Mark 1 MX-5 in black, 1.8. I had that for a number of years, and then had a bit of a gap, boring practical stuff, but I got the Merlot edition NA MX-5, so the sort of purpley red burgundy special edition. Had that for a bit, and then I started. I swapped it effectively for an NC1 in the laser blue.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a 2-litre NC1 Mark III, and really enjoyed that.
Nice.
It did come to a sticky end, which is another story. But
Did it begin with the R word?
it begins with the C word.
Oh, sorry.
What's the
yeah, okay.
What's the R word?
Rust.
Oh, okay.
You saying Mazda or any Japanese car? Rust.
There was a little bit of rust, but it was more of a collision.
Okay.
But yeah, that unfortunate end for the first NC meant I then got an NC2.
Okay.
which has been on my channel, and it's my 3.5 2010 in dark blue.
Nice.
This is before the whole Nightfall blue Lotus came on the scene, but I just love that spec as well, and grey wheels. And this is the first car I really ended up modifying quite a lot. So I did the BBR 200 kit.
Nice. That's the NA kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was new cams, ECU, and the manifold, exhaust manifold, and I ended up doing the full system to get what I hoped to be the best sound. It turned out to be really nice.
Nice.
And it ended up at 207, 208 horsepower.
From what does it start as? Start off as?
Starts at 156 or something.
That's really good gains. Really good gains.
Yeah. That was on. It probably doesn't make much difference, but it was tuned on premium fuel on the dyno. But
no, it's that. Any tuner will tell you 99 octane or good fuel really does make a difference. Sorry, sidestep. Do you remember when is it Fifth Gear did the testing with a Golf GTI on like all of the premium fuels you can get in the UK, and I was like Shell, Esso, and whatnot. Yeah. So that alone is enough to tell you it does make a difference.
Key factor. And then then I did the suspension and a few other things to it, and really enjoyed it. I had it over 5 or 6 years. Nice. Sold it earlier this year. Didn't expect to sell it, to be honest, but I kind of got it to where I wanted. It was like the best MX-5 for me that I could have made. Yeah. And took it on track once. It was great on there, and then I thought I'd kind of been there, done that really with the MX-5s. Maybe they're great, but try something different. Yeah. And swapped it for a Boxster S 987 2005 Boxster S this year. Quite enjoying it. Okay. I would say it's not quite as engaging as a well-sorted MX-5, but it's still great fun. And
it's more refined, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit more refined.
Yeah.
But also, it's still, 2-seater convertible lightweight thing, which...
and it's not slow. I've experienced it. It's not slow. And it handles and that's just out of the box, that one, isn't it?
That's standard entirely, yeah.
Handles very, very, very good. From the passenger seat,
And just taking that on track once as well, which maybe next episode might get into a bit.
Definitely.
But the one I haven't mentioned is the Lotus Evora S. Yeah. Which I think it might be a forever car. Possibly. It's just so great, everything, I think. It is, I mean, we said already, it's at the garage. It does. You find yourself waiting for parts, basically. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I did take this on track early this year as well, and blew a hole in the flexi part of the exhaust.
Which is easy. You can do that on the road, to be fair, on any car.
Yeah. So, and I've never had a major issue with it. It's just a few niggly things here and there. And I've done a whole video on the service costs over the time. It's less than $2,000 a year on average.
Very good. For a car of that performance?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it, really.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's just been amazing. And that kind of opened up the whole YouTube world as well. It got me thinking about that and doing the longer road trips and stuff.
For sure.
So it's been a lot of fun. Well, I've kind of covered car history and current cars. So that I currently have the Boxster and the Lotus, and I have half a Volvo C30.
Half?
Share with the wife.
Yeah.
So it's 2.5 cars at the moment.
Yeah.
The C30 is good.
It's true.
So it's a 5-cylinder, natural aspirated.
Yeah, they're quite rare.
Very rare. Rarely seen them come up on Auto Trader. We were lucky that it came up when it did, because we were sort of looking for a winter car. It's done a great job of that, and I am slightly modifying it a bit. I've got a nice Jetex exhaust to go on it. Nice. Which
the 5-pot will sound amazing. It'll sound like a little V10.
Yeah. That's quite a compliment, I think. So that's probably V10 is probably the best.
Yeah. It's one of the best. That again could end up being a top 8, but that's like one of the best sounding engines. Yeah.
So half of and it's not always a compliment, because when I pointed out to Kath on her 35th birthday that she's halfway to 70, it didn't go down quite as well, but
That's suicidal. No, yeah, I could imagine that went down quite heavy.
But in the context of the Volvo, yeah, half a V10, it does sound it's a really nice induction noise on there. And
The biggest compliment I can give it is the new RS3, the newest RS3, sounds as good as it is with all of these regulations. So that sound
yeah.
so good.
It takes me back to my parents had Audi cars, sort of late 80s and early 90s. They had the S2 eventually, and then had
Oh, nice.
a few 5 cylinders when I was growing up, and they do sound. There's a certain like gruffness or I don't know how to describe it. They just sound interesting.
Yeah.
I suppose then linked to the C30 in a way is your current car.
Yes. My current car, the illustrious, exotic, super powerful CRZ. No, I'm no good. I do actually drive a CRZ at the moment.
I think it's really cool, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
quite a unique.
Do you know what? I bought it when I had the Civic because the Civic was just too hardcore to drive every day. And the initial plan before life started doing what life does was to have the CRZ as my cheap daily, cheap to run every year, which it still is, and I'll get on touch on that in a little bit. And then the Civic can become a little bit more track focused. But then I had an opportunity which meant I needed to raise some funds, and I didn't want to dip into my reserves and things like that. I just wanted to generate money to make this happen. And unfortunately, the Civic was in a point where I didn't use it in the winter. So I was putting it away for the winter. And I was like, well, I've got to do this now. It was it was the right time to do it before I went too far and I wouldn't get enough money back from it. I mean, I was already way past that point, but still. So yeah, I then said, okay, well, I can sell it and I'll just use the CRZ for now. And I'll still save more money so I can still do things in life and whilst doing my investments elsewhere. And I'll have it. And, you spoke about the Capri having the best manual gearbox you'd used. I'm going to go on record and say the CRZ gearbox is the best gearbox I have felt out of the factory. Without a short shifter, anything like that. Okay. And there's another one that comes close to it, which if we end up talking about it, I'll reveal, which is actually a sports car. But the CRZ's gearbox, it is so mechanical. My little brother took it to work randomly when his new car broke down. Shock, right? And he came back and he's like, that is such a good car to drive.
Yeah.
The seating position in it,
yeah,
it's so good.
I never heard you hear about CLZs like from an enthusiast point of view, really, but
No.
But they seem to offer quite a lot.
Yeah, and I will say this, it is not a sports car. It looks like one. It's not one, but it is still engaging to drive. It's old school hybrid. It's like a little motor that assists the engine, so in theory, you're not supposed to use as much fuel, which I guess it does. You sit really low. I've got heated seats in my spec. Pan roof in the summer is very nice. It's actually, even in the winter, to be fair, driving at night, you just have a lot of lighting, but there's no space for really anything. So that's one thing I will say. If you're, it's a very good commuter.
You pay a price for the looks.
Precisely that.
Yeah.
Precisely.
So the Honda do know how to make a nice manual. The S2000 famously it's meant to be pretty good.
Yeah. The FN2's gearbox as well. I'm not trying to crap on that gearbox, if I can say crap on YouTube. I'm not. Well, fine. I think I should. Just picked it. Yeah. I'm not trying to put down the gearbox in the FN2 because that's really good as well. But you get the best out of that one when you add a short shifter and things like that to it, and you can get like a really cheap eBay short shifter, which feels really, really good. But the gearbox in that is very, very, very good. Very good. Very engaging. You find yourself changing gears sometimes and you don't need to. It's just therapeutic.
I'm going to have to try and
definitely
sometime.
Definitely. Honestly, I promise you, you'll feel it and you'll feel like, Okay, actually, that's really quite good.
Yeah, nice. So look forward to that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my car. That's what I drive at the moment. Up until the point where I generate enough money and I can start getting my habit back on.
Yeah, you're putting in the work now, so
Precisely that.
yeah, the reward should come at some point.
Exactly. This is the time of sacrifice, and eventually, yeah, my missus will probably be annoyed at how many cars I own. But it's all good. It's all good.
So thanks very much for watching. If you've watched this far, we hope it's been useful. We're planning to do this fortnightly for now. Sure. It's a bit of an experiment, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Any feedback you've got, please let us know. Ideas for future categories, anything like that. Also, if you want to see this as a podcast, maybe I think it works better on YouTube, so you can go off and find the video straight away. But if you think it's worth us thinking about that, let us know.
That's for sure. Yep.
And subscribe to Nightfall.Drives and Jay's Driveway.
Yep.
And watch out for the next one. So we'll see you soon.
Indeed. Take care, people.